Yeah. Yeah, Ale has no sound. That's why you guys can't hear him. He's trying to fix it.
Is there sound now? I can see my bar moving, so it's very, very weird. I don't know. I'm gonna see.
Now, yeah. Nice,
Yeah,
good. Nice, good.
that's weird because I can see the bar moving. Yeah, so not sure what happened there. So again, the purpose of the show, rating the transfer window, Fagioli, Kelly, everything that happened did not happen. Obviously, we're going to talk about the game as well because we scored four goals, and I'm not sure we're ever going to see that again this season. So we might as well enjoy it. We went over? No, we did some went overboard, with the result / performance, and all that stuff. With me, a lot of people. So how are you guys doing today after a win? It's been a while again.
Packed show after a win, eh? Yeah. The Fagioli news just dropped, so that's another thing we can talk about, I guess. But yeah, I'm doing well.
I'm well. I'm good. I'm happy. Hopefully, we'll run the record again. This starts a streak. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
For sure.
Yeah, the streak or draws.
We're gonna draw the next game because this always happens. I've seen this before.
It's a curse. We can't keep winning back to back. But it was a nice way to wrap up the weekend or the week.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday's actually beginning of the week, so never mind. But it was good. It was 5:30 in the morning, Central U.S. time. I didn't watch the live, but I rewatched the game, and it was pretty impressive.
We'll talk about it. Actually, if we won 3 in a row this season, probably not, right?
No. Say it
No.
again?
So did we win?
No, it's
3
always
no.
been two. Like two. It's been 2 and then a draw, or like 1 and then a draw, and then 5 more draws and then another one.
That's actually sad if you deep it, but yeah.
Yeah.
we will talk about that. Obviously, we're gonna rate this window, and go through the transfer we did. But let's start off with Fagioli because that's the last bit of news, I guess. So he is off to Fiorentina, loan with an obligation that only kicks in when certain. But if you need to read the news, it's gonna kick in. It's gonna happen for, let's say, 16 plus 3 and I don't know 50% future resale, something like that. So he's gone. That has ended. I think nobody probably is surprised it happened. It's sad for me personally because I like Fagioli. Maybe I don't like him as much as a lot of people do, a lot of fans do, but I do like him. It's sad, that it ends this way, I guess. I just want to know. I have 2 issues. One is that, and it's sad what I'm gonna say. I cannot believe I'm gonna say this. You let him go to a top 4 contender, like a real contender for us. That's a sad part, but you do let him go. On the flip side, if you don't rate him that highly, you probably are not scared that he's gonna cause any damage. I just want to know what happened, because from that Leipzig game to this, there's too much that we do not know. It's not. It's not since the start of the season, basically. That Leipzig game was excellent. It was brilliant. Then he started against Cagliari, I think. Didn't play well. I think he started again or got another shot. Didn't play well again. And then he disappeared. Like, literally, he didn't play. So I just want to know what happened between, that Leipzig game and this, between him and Motta. But I've always said that if the coach doesn't rate you, then it's pointless to say, for us, because we have a player on the bench, doesn't play, and for him as well, for his own career. Like, you're not playing, so you better, leave and just think about yourself, which he did. So no hard feelings, but yeah, it's weird because I think a lot of fans in this fan base had high hopes for him and still do, have. But I think a lot of people saw him as, Marquisio type of player where he plays for the club, grew up in the club. But yeah, it turned out to be something completely different. So, Norbert, what do you think about, just the transfer, the situation, everything?
Yeah, I had mixed feelings about Fagioli. I always rated him to some level, but for me, Miretti was always the higher ceiling. Fagioli maybe has more current ability if we try to understand this with the football manager terms. But yeah, it's he's just so inconsistent, man. Like I don't know, when you're walking through a mountain and then a valley, and then it's like, it's like, yeah. Um, and to sell it to Fiorentina, I think that hurts. That part hurts. And the money feels low to me, but I guess we needed the money so much that. But then again, then it's an option with obligation. So I'm just so confused. Maybe he wanted to play a lot more, and then Mota said, "No, I'm sorry, you can't. So you can leave." I really don't know, but we have enough midfielders. I think we're good for now, and then let's see. But yeah, I'm a little sad, but I understand. I understand it. But if you look at it, how like we got Kelly from that money basically. Um, I know Fagioli is like clean money. I understand that as well. And Kelly probably we pay for like I don't know, throughout a few years, but I don't know. I just feel sad because he went to Fiorentina. How about you guys? What do you feel?
For me, I always, ever since he broke through, I always thought he was going to be the type of player that spends his entire career at Juve. But it wasn't meant to be, as you guys pointed out. Lots of inconsistencies. When he's on his day, when he's brilliant. But we don't see that often enough. And I feel like this season showed that time was ticking for him. At the end of the day, if you're not in the current manager's plan, then what can you do? We can't have you know excess players, and they just don't fit the system or the plan. So might as well make money off of them. It's sad. It's sad to see, and it's sad the way it's ended. But the club remains, of course. That's what matters. So yeah, it is what it is for me, really.
Yeah, Spiros.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's sad that happened because he's an academy product and he has been in the club for like many years. But I don't know, something about him like really felt off. I think mentally he was not really there. He didn't really felt scared, not ready when he was going on the pitch. So I think in the end, because he also needed game time, I think it was the correct decision to leave. Then, okay, like the decision to sell him to Fiorentina, maybe it's not the best, but to be honest, I don't really care. Like if we lose top four from Fiorentina, it's our fault, not because we sold Fagioli to Fiorentina. So, okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shami, what do you think?
I think when you look at the timeline of Fagioli, the kid comes from next gen, scores alla Del Piero, very confident on the ball, and raising all the expectations and so much hype behind him, and he was doing pretty good. And the whole drama with his gambling addiction and kind of lost the hopes to begin with. And I, who would have thought like we are gonna get Fagioli back and we are gonna be able to sell him for 19 million? I didn't think. I thought it was gonna just drop. Because the club had very valid reasons to just, cut the ties with Fagioli when he was with whole gambling situation. I mean, he came back, missed the whole season, and I believe club still believed in him until Mota came in and he played. Leipzig game was, it was a class. It was a very high level performance. And then I guess something happened behind the scene that we don't know. And ever since Fagioli became, um, I don't know, he became a very unreliable, you know. And at the same time, I'm thinking, did we give enough chance to Fagioli? Did Monte give him enough chance? I mean, he would sub in 75th or 80th minute, and who's gonna go and create something within 10, 15 minutes? You know, and the fact that we have a lot of midfielders, we have to get rid of somebody. We can't get rid of Douglas Luiz because we spent shitload of money on him, and there were high hopes on him as well. I guess they ended up going with somebody that cost us nothing, since he came from next gen, and it's a good cash. If he was a lot better than this, if he could have performed way better, he would have been a phenomenal sale for us. 50, 60 million maybe, but I don't know. I'm kind of frustrated. I think I would have given him more chances, but it is what it is. We just have to accept it and move on.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the problem for a lot of people. Like, did Mota give him enough chances? Probably, like, on face value, not because we haven't seen him. That's why I want to know what happened, because something happened. I don't know what happened in trade. Like, something happened. Because you can have a bad game. I don't think Mota is a type of coach that is not going to play you anymore if you have a bad game. Otherwise, he would have benched a lot of players. So I don't think that's the case. But something happened, and I'm not sure what. On the price, I thought about it, and it was like, he's basically not playing football for a year and a half or so, literally. So the 20 million you get in total plus the salon thing, it's yeah, it is what it is. I guess it's just frustrating. I think how things went down, like you said with the gambling thing. When it happened last season, I remember the moment it happened, the first show I did, I was like, it's gonna cost him at the club, in terms of, like, he's behind. Like, he's just behind no matter what happens. He's just behind with everything right now. So um it's just sad. I do think he's inconsistent, but that doesn't mean I believe he's a bad player. We've all seen him play. Like, technically he's well sounded. He's smart with the ball. Maybe he's not a very strong player or whatever. He's not built like the
But
like a very strong midfield. Like, it feels like he can get notch off the ball at any single time. But I think that's the type of player he is. I don't think that should be a real knock, in my opinion. But it hasn't worked out, and it's sad. And Spiros, you're right. Like, it's not. They're not getting Fiorentina are not gonna get top four, yes or no, because of Fagioli, but it's gonna give them something more, I'm assuming, and also the way we are playing, even with or without Fagioli, it's it will also depend on us, I guess. It's not that we got weakened because he's not playing him, so I cannot say we got worse because he's not using him. Like, if we sold Locatelli, I'm like, yeah, we are worse. Like, he's a starter,
Yeah.
Fagioli's not starting this season, so I cannot say we got worse, but I can say Fiorentina got better in midfield. Maybe not in attack because they sold all their attackers. But yeah, I think that it's more about, if this was a player who didn't play in our academy, I think everybody would be more chilled about it. It's because of the history I think he has at the club that a lot of people are pissed. And on top of that, we had a very strange transfer window. So that like, if we signed, I'm gonna make it up. If we signed Hanchko and I don't know, another permanent player, and this happened, I think everybody could stomach it a bit more. But it's because of everything that happened in January that, is like,
Yeah.
okay, this is,
I'm also thinking um, when we talk about inconsistency, like we could name maybe 3, 4 players in our squad that have been relatively consistent. Because yeah, he's inconsistent, but how many games has he played actually? Maybe 5 games, 4 games. Like has he played that more than what 60 minutes or 70 minutes in any game? Maybe
Yeah,
one game.
but always he always been like that. It's not like only this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah, but I don't know. Like I say, like he deserved a shot, but at the same time, it's for the books. I
Yeah,
think it's this whole deal is for the books.
yeah,
Like
clean.
justification for Kelly deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have that. So let's move on to our transfer window. I'm gonna go player by player. So we'll go deal by deal, and then after we did that, for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, we will talk about the game. Let's start off with the last signing, and that is Kelly. It's official. He signed for up to 27 million euros. Like it can go up to 27 million euros, worst case scenario. Mental. I know the club put in their statement. They put an entire statement. An obligation kicks in based on this, and at the end they said, but because everything is very easy achievable, let's assume it's 70 million euros plus bonuses. It could be 27 basically. I want to start off by saying that, like, I don't wish the player bad luck, if that makes any sense. Like, obviously, I want him to do well, because, yeah, for obvious reasons, we need to do well. However, I think this is the most, like, if you look up panic buy in the dictionary, probably a picture of Lloyd Kelly signing the Juve contract will be alongside that word. It's it's crazy. It's panic, and it's panic for a player that you shouldn't be panicking about. Who was free in the summer, by the way, who Giuntoli has been following since the Napoli days. So if you really wanted him that desperately, you signed him in January on a free, in the summer on a free transfer, right? Like, or at least you made a real attempt. So that tells you it's not what we wanted. Obviously, I know Giovanni Albanese did it with Danzo, saying, oh, he was the main target. I'm like, BS, that he was not the main target. He failed his medical, according to Pedula, which I do believe, because he already failed his medical with Roma in the summer. But man, the search for a center back has been shambolic. And for me, it's like, I've always said, whatever you do now is going to affect your entire summer and whatever. And I was thinking about it today. I'm like,
No.
what the hell is the plan because I'm looking ahead at the summer. I'm like, what the hell is the plan? Because I'm looking at that backline. I'm like, it's rubbish. Like, quality wise, it's really, really bad. And you all have players on long-term deals, I think. Gatti, are you going to keep him? Kalulu, are you going to redeem him? Savona, are you going to use him? Cambiaso's probably gone. You now get Kelly. Veiga will probably leave. You got Alberto Costa. Nobody, like, whatever the planning was, it is awful. From signing
Yeah.
Kelly, the deal, the player he is, the injuries, the quality, the fee you pay, and then in general, I look at the summer. I'm like, I don't see the planning is what worries me even more than just signing Kelly and the wages. So obviously, I hope he's doing well. I hope he does well. But I have no idea. I'm actually scared we put us in some serious trouble for the summer, because I don't see what the ideas profile wise, the type of deals, the players we've been linked with. I don't get it. So Norbert, 27, let's say 17 can go up to 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to me.
So yeah. So I don't know. I'm always going through the cycles, and I always first it's like horrible, and then I try to justify it that whatever reason is la la la. I don't know where I'm at right now, but I know that I think I'm trying to justify it and looking at the books. I always try to look at the books. I love numbers, so he's realistically this year costing us what, 5 million, I think.
Yeah, about something like that.
Not that much. The money for Juve is not the problem. Is never the money. We have unlimited amount of money. It's about balancing the books, and I don't think it will hinder us for the summer. It's just we're gonna have like 7 defenders this summer coming. Some are unsellable. So yeah. I hope he's going to do a job. He's obviously the fourth center back, third currently because Kolo is out. I don't know. When he played a lot at Bournemouth, he was always injured. Now he's not playing that much. He's not injured. So I don't know if he has an injury problem or it's because he played a lot. Yeah, so for me, the money is not really an issue, to be honest, if I think about it longer, because the book's gonna be fine. But yeah, it was a stupid thing. Like for 20 million or 17, we could have got someone from Portugal or someone from France, maybe with some upside, a more sellable player.
We could have gotten Dean Huysum from us in the summer.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think about it, and yeah, let's hear the guys.
Malik, what do you think? Because I know you told me you're happy about him. So
what? When did I say that?
You didn't?
When did I say that?
I thought you said that in the chat.
No, I never said that. No. The only positive I see in him is the fact he's a center back and the fact he's left-footed. But no, the fact Newcastle fans are laughing at our announcement of him just tells you everything. But yeah, it's not his fault really. It's just poor squad planning. Bremer has been injured for 3 months. You go from target to target to target to target, and you end up with the worst one. So I hope he comes good, but this is a pure panic buy, banter era signing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, just shambolic. Like I don't understand the thought process. It's like you see a wall that you could climb over, and then you see an alligator running towards you, like, but it's so far away. And then like you're just like, oh, it's okay. Let me just find the solution. And then the alligator is right next to you now, and then you just panic, and then you hit your face against the wall. That's what our hunt for a center back feels like. So
listen, is that a Saudi thing to think this?
No, I just made it up on the spot.
Spiros, what do you think? Happy?
Yeah, extremely happy now. I think this deal is horrific. It's like it's so bad. Like it's actually funny in my opinion. I don't really understand what he is going to give us. I don't think he will even play that much, to be honest. If he is fit enough, or he will not get injured, I don't know, because with our J medical and our staff, he will probably lose like 10 games minimum. So I don't really understand. As squad planning, I don't even get it as well. I don't know, maybe they see someone who maybe plays as a left back at times and sometimes as a center back, and then they get Hansko and he's like the backup of Hansko, maybe. I don't know, but I don't really like this deal, to be honest. Like, not financially, not as a sporting wise. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I would have preferred we just got like a player like way younger, even if he was like not ready at all. Just a body like someone who is like at least he has something, you know. So yeah, very bad.
Shamil, you?
I don't know, man. Our bars are set so high when it comes to a defender or a goalie. Historically being probably the best defending team, and we had Gianluigi Buffon, who's like the greatest of all time, maybe. And then as far as defense, we had Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli, and so any signing is gonna raise some questions. I don't know, Kelly. I never watched Newcastle play, and when I did watch it, is he would be a sub, so I can't talk about the guy. I'm just trusting the process, and we'll see, we'll find out, and it can go either direction at this point. I'm not saying he's a scrub, and I'm not saying he's gonna be a legend. It's just I have no idea about the guy. Just like Veiga and Alberto, I don't know any of those guys. I don't never watch them play, so I can't comment on it. But again, he can be a gem or he can be a trash. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, based on what I've seen, I'm gonna lean to trash. Because from what I've seen, it's not good. If somebody says Chiellini on this channel, I'm gonna block you. By the way. Actually, people are voting yes, but I think people are taking the piss with me. Yeah, I voted yes. I'm feeling positive tonight. Well, it's coming from you, Alex, so I don't believe it. I doubt it. But I mean, yeah, the Newcastle just took advantage of us. It's as simple as that. Like, we were desperate, and we got not even played. This is not played. Like, this was open. This was very easy to see what was gonna happen, and it happened. It happened. If you only reacted the moment Kalulu went down, then you know what's gonna happen. Because if Kalulu got injured yesterday, we would have signed absolutely nobody today. That is also my issue. The planning has been absolutely horrendous, and yeah, it is what it is. He's here right now, and hopefully he does well, So let's move on about that. I want to talk about Alberto Costa, but we're not going to rate him because I have no idea what we're going to rate right now. Did anyone watch him play? No.
Nope.
So yeah,
No.
not sure what we're gonna rate. If he ends up to be another Diallo, then I will come on and I will call out Giuntoli for burning money again. But up to that point, I've not seen anything about him, so it's pointless to talk about it. Prospect deal. I think that's what we all were looking for when Giuntoli came in. Hopefully, he succeeds. Yes or no. Let's move on to Kolo Muani, a player we got on loan, no option. Funny enough, weirdly enough, in my opinion, no option. So we have no idea what's going to happen at the end of the season. 2 games, 3 goals, 1 very lucky or not lucky, 2 good finishes. And actually, I thought yesterday also a good game as well. Just besides the goal, I thought he played a good game. So I don't know what we pay for him. Is it close to 7 million, all bonuses included, something like that? An expensive, very expensive loan deal because of bad planning, because somehow they convinced themselves Milik will be back in December. It's February, and I don't know if he's alive at this stage. Like, I have no idea. I hope. Yeah. Because it's ridiculous. It's actually weird that people believed he was going to be back in December. Milik. It's like nobody knew who Milik was. Weird. I called it months ago that he's probably not going to play for us this season again, and I think I'm on pace to get that right. So you obviously panic a little bit and overpay for the loan deal for Kolo Muani. But yeah, I mean, I don't have high expectations for Kolo Muani. I still don't have high expectations. However, if he's scoring goals like this, then yeah, long may it continue because he's converting basically at 100% at this moment in time, or actually he might be converting at 100% with his shots. I don't know, maybe he has 4 shots and 3 goals, maybe. So it's a good impact on us. It's a positive impact. It gives you different options. He's not static. He moves. He takes off Yildiz. He plays him on the wing. He is quick. He is technically good, considering what we've seen from Vlahovic, actually excellent compared to that. So it gives you other options, and I'm okay with that signing. So I'm just gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a 7. Maybe it's too high because I think we overpaid, but we panicked and yeah, we needed something. Like we needed to something because Vlahovic obviously cannot play week in week out, and maybe it goes to make Vlahovic better, because I think he now like 2 games in a row on the bench. Oh, actually in the Champions League as well, but Colomani was not there, So I think it's clear right now with the messages from Motta that he's starting Colomani at this moment in time. So maybe it's also good for Vlahovic, for us, because I don't think he's going to be here next season. So to just boost his value, it's only good that he boosts his own value by coming on and scoring goals, or when he starts, because he's going to start games as well and score goals. So I'm giving it a 7. But I still have a feeling I'm overvaluing it because I think we paid way too much for the loan deal. But yeah, Norbert, Colomani.
I like the guy. In my opinion, they should start together with Vlahovic, but that way we wouldn't have a sub. I don't like the loan, like a dry loan. I don't like it. An option would have been nice, even if it's like a high number, like 60 million or whatever, just to have an option so we can negotiate from that. But I can also see that there's going to be a swap between PSG and Juve.
Vlahovic.
Swap for Dusan?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
I can also see that. I heard about someone also mentioned it. I'm not sure which reporter or.
I had more the feeling if we're gonna swap, it's gonna be with Chelsea, but yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if he comes to Juve and somehow benches Dusan, and does pretty good, scores a lot of goals, why would PSG even need Dusan then? They'll just take him back.
I don't think they're gonna take Colomani back, PSG.
They're
not gonna get him back.
No.
They don't like him. The coach doesn't like him. I think they're done with it.
Yeah,
No,
so
95 million euros.
Yeah, but
that's how much they paid.
They don't care about
I
that.
wonder how much is his value in the books. So I wonder what is the minimum amount of money that we can get him for. 40? What is it? I don't know. But I like him.
40. That would be a
Really
good
strong.
deal. 40.
Yeah, I don't know what's his deal. I should check. But yeah, I think it's a really strong start, and he plays a lot better than Dusan, and I'm done with Dusan officially as well. So, yeah, I just hate that it's a dry loan, but otherwise, yeah, the 7. I don't know, rating 7 maybe. I just don't know. It's too
Sorry,
early.
Norby. I just Googled, based on transfer market, his value is 30 million euros.
30? Really?
30 million
Whoa,
as
whoa.
of December 2024.
Interesting.
Malik, you go. Norbert, you in the meantime try to look up how many years he has.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I have to be honest, and I have to say, before he signed, I was kind of pessimistic about his signing, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think he offers way more than what Vlahovic can offer in Motta's system. So yeah, I really don't like this expensive loan policy we have going on. So that's the downside, and also no option. Because I think if he continues with this trajectory, surely we're gonna have to have an attempt at keeping him. But yeah, all things considered, I'd give it a 6.5. What brings that number up is the quality of the player, but what brings that number down is the formula of the transfer itself. So 6.5 for me.
I found the numbers. In the meantime, he has around 18 million euros in the books for PSG. So
18.
Yeah,
1.8.
18.
That's how
Yeah.
long? Wait, didn't he sign like 2 years ago? Was it 3 years ago already?
He has 3 years left, so I'm not sure if this is accurate actually. But
It sounds very. They pay
gross
90.
remaining 18.
Really? Maybe
Yeah.
maybe because a lot of part of that transfer fee is bonuses that hasn't been reached. I don't know,
Maybe.
because I thought they paid like 95 for him, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a high
They
fee.
did.
Yeah.
But
Frankfurt love finessing people with their strikers.
Are you guys looking at the market value or
no value on the books is what Norbert, or like
Okay, value on
what's
the book.
left.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because market value, yeah. I mean, that depends on PSG. But Spiros, what do you think? Kolomani.
Yeah, probably I was one of those that was really excited about the signing. I really like him, and I thought he could give them, and I think he right now he does it. So I'm very happy with the signing, and probably this is the best signing of January, in my opinion, that we actually did because I think the coach actually wanted him. So I think I don't know. I think it's exciting. Um, yeah, probably the loan deal is a bit too much. Not having an option as well is very, in my opinion, a bit risky because if he does extremely well and maybe PSG is asking for a lot of money, maybe another club from the Premier League comes and they buy him. So yeah, um, but in general, I would value that transfer for like probably 7 because I really like him to be
Really
honest.
quickly, we can register him for PSG, but only 3. So I think Alberto Costa will drop out. I don't think he will be part of the Champions League squad. But yes, he will be ready for PSV next week, right? The 11th or something, or the 10th we play. Shami, what do you think about the deal?
So far, I see all the qualities that my perfect striker would have had. You know, explosive, can take the ball, handle his defenders, and go inside the box and shoot. You know, and he can be in the right place in the right time, which Dushan has been lacking lately. But we'll see. Just give him some time, and I hope he stays consistent and um, does the job. And at the same time, with Dushan, I think Norby's idea was good. Like, I would love to see them play side by side to see how that goes. But it might not be Mota's, thing. So we'll see.
Yeah,
But
but
as
he
far
can play on
as
the wings.
he
He can play
can,
on the
yeah,
wings.
yeah, he
And
can
then
play on
maybe.
the wing too. You're right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
that like messes up the whole puzzle. We
Yeah.
have Konsei Sao, Kenan Yildiz, and Cook Miners playing false nine like lately. So, but I think it's a good thing we brought him in. I mean, that we wouldn't be able to get anybody better than Kolomani. You know, it's just there's not a lot of them out there, but Kolomani is very potential, and I have a really really high hopes for him.
It is too soon to say it's completely succeeded. Obviously, it's only 2 games, but yeah, he's off to a good start. Next up, Veiga. I mean, the frustrating part with me is we have no option. I think that's just pure frustration for me. I think we should have had an option in place that bothers me a lot. I Again, it's one of those players I don't really have high hope, or like if it doesn't work out, I'm like, yeah, like I wasn't expecting I wasn't expecting a lot, and it's not to say that he's bad, but like that's just my feeling. From what I've seen yesterday, I don't think he's a real center back, in my opinion. I like he played well, besides the first 20 shaky minutes, which well, it's normal. You just got throwing it in there in already struggling backline. So I think he did well after that. But initial feeling, he did well. He's dairy on the ball. Like he likes to do a bit more, but I have a feeling he's not really a center back, in my opinion. Like again, it's too soon, but that's just my feeling that you're not really an out and out center back, or you probably never will be top in that position, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, expensive loan again. Kalulu's out, so he's gonna play. I don't know what to make of that, deal. I'm gonna give it a 6 because I don't have high hopes, and I don't like just the expensive loan. So that's my rating.
So, sorry guys. In the meantime, I found the actual value that Kolo Muani has, and it's 48 million.
Okay, that makes more
That's with
sense.
the unamortized money,
Amortization, yeah.
yeah, and everything together. So 48. Thankfully, I found it. So yeah, the first I don't know, 15-20 minutes was really shaky from our new boy. But after that, he was solid. He's strong. You can see he's strong. He's also really calm on the ball. I really liked him. It's just another expensive loan. And we will see. He looks solid, to be honest. I'm not sure if he meant to be a left back or a center back. Maybe this is the type of center back Motta needed all along. I'm sure that Kalulu and him together would not be a good pair, but that's my opinion. So yeah, I kind of like that first game, and we will see the rest. I can give it a 6 for now.
He was solid. He definitely, like, when you
Okay.
when you look at the play.
It's my turn, or are we waiting for?
Sorry?
It's my turn, or
No,
because
Malik is going, I think.
I was saying, when you look at a player and you see how they move with the ball and
he's
everything,
gone.
I think you can't hear him.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I don't even see him. I don't know.
What?
Oh, okay. that's funny.
Then you need to reload.
We will tell you when it's your turn.
Reload. Otherwise, reload again. It will come up. But you go, Malik, in the meantime.
All right. Yeah, I was saying, when you see a player visually and how they move with the ball and off the ball and everything. When I saw him yesterday, yesterday, lost track of time. He definitely strikes me as a full back, as a left back, but that's just me. I think he's a good player with a lot of upside. Again, annoying, no option, and expensive loan, but I think he can give us a good run to the end of the season. So I'll also give it a 6. Yeah, I'd like to see him as a left back, though, honestly.
Now you can talk.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think as a deal, it's very weird to real value. I think he's young, he's talented, but my problem is it's again like a heavy loan, a very expensive loan. No option again, and to be honest, from what I read, he will probably go back to Chelsea. So you currently like loan him so he can play, he can get game time, he can improve, so he can get back to Chelsea. So I'm not really crazy for that deal. So I will give a 5, to be honest.
Yeah, Shami, what do you think, Veiga?
Based on the game that we just watched, I think he's okay. He's very versatile in the defense because Mota is putting a strong emphasis on ball possession, and I think he can be really decent defender. Whether center back, I don't know, left back or center back, I'm not sure. Like I say, I'll need more games. I'll need to see more to finally be determined. Okay, this is a good signing or this is a good loan. I think he's an intelligent defender though. He has a very from the game that I watched. He has a good intelligence on the field.
I mean,
I'll give 6 or 7. I don't know.
Alex,
Some more time.
Alex was very positive a minute ago about Kelly. Doesn't rate Veiga. Not sold on him, so there goes a
No,
positive.
I rate Veiga more than Kelly, but I've seen Veiga play before for Chelsea in the Conference League, and I thought he was okay. So
Yeah.
Okay. That's that. Last 20 minutes or so before it's Tuesday over here. Let's talk about the game. We won. We scored 4-1. Probably Empoli didn't deserve 4-1, if we're being completely honest. And that's probably what a lot of people are talking about, in terms of don't look too much into it, which I do agree. Because I think the first 20-30 minutes were absolutely shocking. They were actually embarrassing. Then we had a good reaction. I thought in the second half we started well. We pushed on. We did our thing, and then we sat back again. Not that Empoli was creating a lot of chances, but they had that one shot with was it Di Tommaso, I think. I don't know. We had a one shot that went out wide because somebody blocked it. I forgot who, but that happens. You've seen it. You sit back. You don't really try to really close out the game, and you can see it. Yesterday we got away with it. Yeah, you scored 2 goals because they also go down 10. So I don't think we should be focusing on the scoreline because it's too big in my opinion. I've seen, like, I described that game as this is who we are and this is who we can be. It's pick and choose. I guess we can be very good on the ball in everything we do. We can win duels, we can pin the team back, and we can be pinned back and have no idea how to get out of trouble. Very, actually, when you think about it, it's unbelievable. It's mind-boggling. Like, why do you look like that 1 minute and the other minute you look like, well, this? So very weird game, I thought. Not enough to say we're gonna beat Como 100%. Obviously not enough because there's too much inconsistency in there. But yeah, I mean, you won the game deservedly in the end. But man, the way we start, and the way we have moments where we try to actually give away games, I don't understand it. I don't get why that happens. Because right now it feels like mindset, because the same players do very good things in the same games, in this all these games, but then they do this. So for me, it's just mindset. It's belief that you should be beating Empoli. Like, there's no way you could come out of that game. Even when you concede within 4 minutes, it's still 90 minutes. Like, it's still 90 minutes, and we got lucky that ball bounced off his head. Otherwise, that game could have been, like, if it was 2-0, we would have lost that game 2-0 probably. That's the type of game it was going to be. So is this what we needed? No, I don't think so, because what you need is a dominated, clean game. That's what I think you need. I don't think this is what we needed to confidently say we're going to go to Como, which is not a good, fun pitch to play at. Like, I've watched a couple of games of Como. Every time I watch those games, it's hard and it's freaking raining over there. And that pitch looks like cows run over it, before kickoff. It's horrible and it's not easy. So I've not seen enough to be paused or like to be sold. I'm just frustrating after a result. Like, I was like, good, enjoy it, but like the moment I turned off my camera, I was like, I've seen 2 Juve sides, and that is happening way too much this season. So that's my takeaway of that game. But yeah. Norbert, what do you think?
Yeah. So again, for like another half. So the entire game, and we only played good half again. Like this, I don't understand, especially against these small teams. Sorry to Empoli, but yeah, it's unbelievable. It's as you said, it's something in their heads. I just don't know, don't know what. Like really, like because sometimes it's the first half good, but. Most often than not, it's the second half.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they need an entire 45 minutes to understand what's going on, or Motta is telling them something in the halftime that he's not telling them before the game, or it's baffling. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, again, the movement up front was good. It was brilliant. My man of the match was Kolo Muani because he scored 2 goals. But after him, it's Lloyd and Cope. Cope has a good game again as an 8. So Mr. Motta, he needs to play as an 8. Thank you. Yeah, it's I don't know, lots of good performance. And Lord Dashio scored a goal. I'm happy for him. Super happy for him.
That's a lie.
What? I'm happy
That's
for
a
him. He's a Juve legend, man. Like Danilo,
Juve
same level.
I like Danilo.
So, yeah. Other than that, I still don't know. I still don't think that this is going to be like a quick start or whatever, because we've seen it before. The next game we will, we might suffer. We don't know, and it's against Como, so it's the perfect opportunity to see if we can actually string two victories together. So we can make another ex-legend Mikkoli happy, who is doing his gang rituals somewhere. But yeah, I think that's it. It was the second half was really good, and that's all for now. And let's hope it continues, and maybe we can play like that the entire 90 minutes next time.
Gang rituals. I need to compose my yeah. Well, it was a game of 2 halves. First half, I was watching, and when the Chile scored, I just looked at my screen and was like, no way we're gonna let this happen, Empoli becoming our bogey team. But yeah, we were all having a collective meltdown at halftime, weren't we? I remember our chat in the group really lit up. But yeah, second half, completely different team. Like, it's scary how much we could just change in one single half. I wish it could be like that for 90 minutes, but beggars can't be choosers. I thought Coop had a really good game. It was probably his top 2 performances ever since he joined, 100%. Kolo Muani showed he can be a game changer. This was the first goal if Vlahovic tried doing that, I prefer not to speak. But Vlahovic came on, he took his goal very well, to be fair to him. But yeah, scoreline is a bit flattering, I have to say. It didn't feel like a 4-1 game in the general scheme of things. The red card really just, let us go have a riot. But yeah, I hope we can carry this on to the next game. I feel like I've been saying this after every win, and it never happens, but I hope it changes.
Yeah. So, as you said, the story of 2 halves. The first half was very frustrating. I think in the first 20 minutes, I think we looked very scared, very unprepared, very unorganized, very lost on the pitch, in my opinion. I don't know what really happened there. And I don't know. I think we always need a shock, to come back, to start playing, to do, 3 passes in a row. So yeah, that's something we see a lot. We come halves, or in the second halves or the first halves, we come very unprepared or very sleepy or very scared. I don't know. It's totally a mental thing, in my opinion. But in the second half. But even in the first half, I think in the last minutes we were trying to do something. But in the second half, it was much better, and we played well. The red card helped a lot, in my opinion, as well, because we are a side that if they don't get that red card, and with the way that the season is going, we could have conceded, in my opinion. Like a deflection goal or something, like a pen or something stupid, then we would probably not have won that game. So yeah, it went our way a bit, in my opinion. But we need that win, so we take the 3 points, and we hope we take the good stuff from that game we move on, and yeah, it hopefully goes better. I don't know.
Shamil, do you like? Were you impressed, or is the result a bit
I
flattering?
Yeah, the result is good. Obviously, do I like? Did I enjoy the whole game? No, obviously, we struggled in the first half, and I think that comes from the lack of leadership on the field. When sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, you need that leader to bring the team to spark that passion within the field. Be like, guys, wake up! What are we doing? We're losing to Empoli. Like, are they dominating us? There has to be somebody on the field, and we don't have that. And we haven't had that in a long time. So we need that. Overall performance was good. I was shocked that Vlahovic took that shot because if he messed that attack up, it would have been really, really bad on him. But he took the
I hated
shot.
it. I so
Yeah,
hated it that he shot that.
yeah. I'm like, man, what are you doing? And then, bam, it's a goal. Like, wow. It was like what 3-on-1, I guess, like three on
Yeah.
one attack, and then he
Four. There was
decides.
three other Juventus players inside.
Yeah, and then he decides to go further towards the edge of the box, and he shoots. It was good. It was good to see that, but overall performance was okay. We got to Veiga. Muani did pretty good, so I'm happy, but I'm expecting a lot better than that.
Yeah, I agree. He scored, but it was a wrong decision, if that makes any sense, because that goalkeeping was also awful. I mean, like very strange. I think he should have stopped that, or some at least get his hands to it. But it's good for him, and actually he played well when he came on. Vlahovic, I thought he looked lively. He looked very much involved, So good for him, I guess. But like I said, I don't like. It's not enough to be confident going into Como, which is weird to say, but that's who we are. We're very, very inconsistent. However, we need a win on Friday because we play PSV next week, and we need some consistency. It cannot go up and down, because if that's the case, we did beat PSV at home 3-1. We're not going to beat PSV if we play like this. If we're that inconsistent, it's not the same PSV side anymore. They're not going to be that naive. They were very naive in that game against us, and they had some injuries. You were playing some younger players at the back, unexperienced, and we just absolutely killed them off with every possible thing. We almost had chance. So it's not going to be the same. But we will talk about that, next week, I think, and then the Como one probably as well. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up, people. Transfer window is closed, basically. We won. I'm gonna take a break from live shows. I'll be back Friday for a preview. No, it's a lie. We play Thursday for a preview. So I'm gonna take 2 days off from live shows, and it's needed because I don't want to talk about transfers anymore. It was already too much because of the injuries. I hate January transfer windows, but I hate it even more right now because it turned out to be actually not good at all. So yeah, people, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Norbert, Malik, Spiros, Shamil, thanks for joining and sharing the, I don't know, part-time joy. I think it's a mixture. It's like our performances. It was all over the place, I think. But yeah, hopefully the next time we're live, we have a winning streak going on, and a winning streak for me is 3 games, not 2. 3 games. So okay, people, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, stay safe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Ciao.